Yasmina Ramzy here at Arabesque Academy again, and today's crash class is going to be on basic side accents, or side accent walk, and evolving into something I call the Carmen Miranda. So, if I'm going to make any kind of accent, instead of using my torso muscles by trying to move my hip, instead I'm going to relax everything, make sure that my pelvis is behind my rib cage, and my back is long and relaxed, no tense muscles in the back, and instead I'm going to push from the floor to create my accent. So instead of lifting the hip, I relax the hip and push the hip from underneath. Push it up. So no pulling, always pushing. Okay, so if I'm going to the side, I'm going to take a step to the side, and immediately if I'm very relaxed, my weight will fall into my left hip. If I'm relaxed and letting go. Now with that right foot, I push against the floor, boom, I get an accent. So I've got step, push. Now if I was walking to the side, I want to step and push and catch up the other leg to take the next step so that I'm traveling. What we don't want to do is step, push, and then catch up. We want to use that momentum of the hip traveling across, and as soon as it passes that midpoint there where the weight shifts from one side to the other, don't waste any time and let the momentum carry your foot across. It's a millisecond of a difference, but it adds to the nuance of the movement. So for instance, step, push, and step, push, and step, push. Or use the momentum to catch up my leg. Step, push, step, push, step, push. Basically, wherever my weight is that hip is pushed out because I'm pushing into the floor with that foot. So now I can go to the right. I'm going to show you this from behind as well. Take a step, nice long back, relaxed, and pushed into the floor. And at the same time that I push into the floor, it drags my foot in. Then I exchange the weight, and how do I exchange the weight? By taking another step. So I don't even have to think about exchanging the weight. I don't have to go exchange the weight step. No. All I think about is taking that step, and immediately the weight gets pushed across. So I'm really thinking more about taking steps than pushing my hips around. But because I'm so relaxed, my hips get pushed around. So step, push, step, push. Now let's try and evolve that into another kind of movement where we're going to have accents to the side, alternating on each side, and I'm going to take my foot up on the ball of the foot. So I'm going to push the hip again from the bottom up to create the movement. I have to make sure that my foot is always underneath my center of gravity. If I'm out here too far, I'm going to end up using torso muscles. But if I'm right here underneath my center of gravity, first of all, my knee is bent now because it's on the ball of the foot. So as soon as I straighten the leg, it's obviously going to push the hip up. If my leg is already out here, I don't have anywhere to go. So I need that extra room. I need my knee to be bent here. So around about halfway between where your foot would naturally be, that's where your foot needs to be. And from there, I can push from the floor, and the hip will go straight up into me. If my back is long, I'm using my pelvic muscles to align myself, and I'm very, very relaxed, and all of this is all mushy and gushy with no muscles being used, then the hip will go more likely straight up. So I can do one side with the heel and accents, or on the toe, or the ball of the foot, pushing up. Sometimes as soon as we put any foot on the ball of the foot on the toes, immediately everything, we think up, up, up. So we're like, up, up, up. But really you have to always think relaxed, and just because you're pushing through your heel or the ball of your foot, you still use the floor in the exact same manner. Nothing changes with that respect. So this step, I call it the Carmen Miranda because it reminded me of the step that she does like this. So what we do is we're going to take the hands to the opposite side of the foot. So when I take my hands to my left, it'll be my right foot and my right hip. I do a wrist twist and I place the hands to the left and then to the other side. So we've got here and here. Now you can do this step very elegant and be very poised, or you can do it with more shabby type music and very relaxed and earthy and allow the head to absorb some of the movement. Don't try and move the head as you do it. Don't try and get everything sliding. There's no effort here. The only effort you have is pushing into the floor, and if you're relaxed enough, the more you let go, the more things will slide around naturally. So you don't have to actually try to slide your head. It'll happen naturally if you let go. So here's me stopping everything basically at the belly button. Here's me letting it go up to the chest. And here's me letting it go everywhere. Now everything's absorbing the movement. But where does the movement come from? From the ball of my foot pushing against the floor.